So, welcome to the Unapologetic Chauvinist. This is Justice, your host. First thing I want to do is give a shout out to the Watchmen YouTube channel. That's where I'm getting this video from. I actually watch the Watchmen's YouTube channel. I don't agree with everything that he has to say. There's certain doctrine that I don't agree with. However, he does do a great job at providing news clips and topics that align with Bible prophecy, and so I appreciate that. So I wanted to just give him a shout out. And moving into the topic, the issue is at the beginning of this particular video, he goes into some Tom Brady stuff, and I'm gonna touch that. Okay, let's check that out. So here you can see. It says six-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady attributes his incredible success to witchcraft. You read down at the bottom, it says, "She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch." But let's hear him talk about it.
Any superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game.
Let me pause there because he talks about the power of intention. I'm gonna have to touch on some of this weird Christianity that talks about the power of positive thinking and that sort of thing. Okay, you don't find that in the Bible, all right? And for those who are not religious, this is not going to be for you, and that's fine. But if you are religious and you claim to be Christian, a follower of Christ, you don't see Christ talk about the power of positive thinking, or as Tom here refers to it, as the power of intention and believing that something is going to happen. And there's a difference between those things and what the Bible calls faith. Okay, believing in what God has already set in place to happen. Those are very different things, so let's not misconstrue this. But it also goes on to talk about how she builds an altar for him, okay, that he can take with him. And again, when we're talking about altars, you read biblically in the Old Testament, altars were made to God or false gods, right? Okay, but let's keep going.
Because she just wills it so much. And, so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids, and I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones.
So again, special stones, healing stones. Again, he's talking about witchcraft. He just alludes to it in the beginning, and then he comes out and just blatantly says it. But special stones and healing stones, you can just do some research on that. You'll find out that comes from witchcraft. It's a witch's practice.
She has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these.
By necklace, he probably means amulet. But again, he didn't say it. Again, he's going about it in this really benign, kind of goofy, comedic way. And again, witchcraft is more acceptable nowadays, right?
These mantras.
Mantras,
and I
cantations.
stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about...
Yes, Tom, it is crazy.
4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, it worked. It was pretty good.
Now, here he's talking about witchcraft. And then he says, and by God. Well, what God are you talking about, Tom, really? Because you can't be talking about the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible doesn't ask you to do incantations and say mantras, as you call them, healing stones and this sort of thing for you to get victory over a game. A game.
And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. And of course we lost.
So apparently, according to Tom, she's getting information from somewhere. Okay? She's getting information from somewhere. Divination, maybe. Who knows? Who can say? But she's dabbling in witchcraft, obviously, and she's getting information from somewhere. And so a lot of people don't believe this stuff is real. But look, here's Tom Brady, people's favorite football player, best quarterback of all time, as they would say. And he's talking about his wife supporting him via witchcraft.
I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, asking, like, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listen to her.
And again, he doesn't really go into the full detail of this work she requires him to do. I'd be curious to know what she actually requires him to do as a part of these rituals that she's doing, besides just this altar and the healing stones. It seems like it's more than that, because he keeps referring to it in this vague way.
And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
So again, and then there's this laughter, there's this joking, as if this is not a serious issue. And I know some people are going to look at this video and say this is not a serious issue. But again, let's just think about this in context. If witchcraft wasn't real, why would Tom Brady be making these statements? Why would he say this? Who knows if he's just joking? But it sounds like he's being serious, but he's making it comedic so that people don't see witchcraft as sinister. Again, she refers to herself as a good witch, so to speak, whatever that means, right? Well, let's just assume for the sake of the argument, witchcraft is real, and she claims to be a good witch. All of this is true based on what Tom Brady is saying. If that is the case, is it good for her to work spells and incantations against the other team? Is that okay? What makes that good witchcraft if you're doing these things against someone else? But anyway, I'm speculating. But I just wanted to throw that out there because people need to understand witchcraft is on the rise. These folks who are famous, who seem to be incredibly wealthy, they're into some very weird stuff. But if you're a Christian and you believe in Jesus Christ, and even if you're not a Christian, if you don't use that label, but you believe in the Holy Scripture and you follow it, you're considered weird, right? You're considered a hater. You're considered this and that. But if you can work witchcraft against another team, and that's just funny, right? So we need to think about the world we're living in and how we need to protect our children from this, because children are watching Tom Brady and hearing him talk about his wife being a witch. And some of them are going to go look into this and begin to dabble. So be careful and guard your children and look at who they idolize, because you never know what they're into. And look at these movie stars, actors, actresses, singers, rappers, and so forth and so on. God bless and good day.